Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
All right, so today we're looking at something kind of wild, honestly. We're talking about the idea of Donald Trump having a second term as president.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the source we've got, it's called Pasted Text. It's suggesting some pretty big names in the CEO world are lining up to back him.
Oh, wow. Okay. Like, who are we talking about here?
We're talking Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, even Mark Zuckerberg.
Wow. That is a shift from how some of them acted during his first term.
Yeah, for sure. Like, remember all that back and forth. Anyway, it's all spelled out in this pasted text thing. Apparently, the inauguration guest list is going to read like a who's who of Silicon Valley, right? We got Sundar Pichai from Google, Shou Chu from TikTok, even Tim Cook from Apple. Makes you wonder what's going on, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's fascinating, especially considering how much the tech world has changed since Trump's first term. These companies, they're even more powerful now. And it seems like they might be seeing a potential ally in a hypothetical second-term Trump administration.
And what makes you say that?
Well, the source, it lays out some pretty interesting details. Like, take Elon Musk, for instance. It says he put like $200 million into Trump's campaign.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, through a super PIC. I don't know if you're familiar with those, but they can basically raise unlimited money from corporations and individuals to support a candidate.
So they've got a lot of influence then.
Exactly. And with Musk putting in that much money, well, it seems like he's looking for, a return on that investment, probably in the form of policies that benefit his companies.
Makes sense. Like what? Like Tesla and SpaceX and all that.
Yeah, right, exactly. So maybe he's hoping to steer things towards, I don't know, more government funding for space exploration or making it easier to develop autonomous driving technology. It's not hard to see how a second-term Trump could benefit him.
Right. So we're talking about like maybe some easing of regulations on all this new tech.
Potentially, yeah. And it's not just Musk either. The source talks about a big surge in donations from other tech giants towards this inauguration. CEOs are meeting with the administration, talking about economic policy. It seems like they're all betting on this idea of shared interests, like deregulation, for example.
Yeah, for the folks at home, deregulation is basically reducing government rules, less oversight. Usually happens in areas like finance and tech.
Right. And that can have a big impact, on your everyday life. Like, think about the cost of your internet, how much control you have over your personal data online. Those things can all be affected by deregulation.
So we're talking like potentially loosening the rules on data privacy, or maybe even antitrust laws.
It's a possibility. It's something to think about, for sure.
The source also mentions trade deals. It makes me think about TikTok and, all the back and forth about trade relations with China. What do you make of that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, TikTok's CEO is on this supposed guest list, right? We could see a real shift in how these trade negotiations go down, maybe more focus on protecting American tech companies and their intellectual property, things like that.
Which could have a ripple effect on, the whole global economy, international relations.
Exactly. It's a big, complicated issue.
Definitely a lot to unpack here. It sounds like this source is pointing towards a second-term Trump with, like, tech leaders having a lot of sway. And that could mean big changes for economic policy, tech regulation, even international trade.
Yeah, and it's interesting to think about how all this could affect people listening. Their own jobs, their industries, all of that. Like, will this help certain sectors? Will it create new opportunities? Or will it lead to problems we haven't even thought of yet?
It's definitely something to keep an eye on.
For sure.
Well, it seems like we've given everyone a lot to think about today. This whole idea of tech giants teaming up with a second-term Trump, it's full of, both possibilities and potential problems.
Sure.
Hard to say what'll happen, but it'll be interesting to see, that's for sure. So until next time, keep those minds curious.
Absolutely.
See ya.